Good evening and welcome to the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. And let's bring onto the screen our hostess for the evening, Penny Albertella, who's chosen the brew for this evening. And the others who've bothered to turn up tonight, and Leria, and our other colleagues missing in action currently, still maybe making their way back from the offie, perhaps. I don't know, Penny. What do you think?
Frank's still putting his lipstick on.
Frank is still putting his lipstick on. That's a very plausible reason for that household. Not sure about
still in the shower.
And Gary in the shower, of course, the usual sort of thing. We're on screen now, so we can get rid of the 60-second warning. Let's just do a bit of like wine-based small talk, shall we? Just to see in case anyone does turn up tonight. Yes. Okay.
Well, that killed it, didn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, you can't really start any lower than small talk, and it didn't work. So I think we might have to just pop the corks and get drinking.
Well, I'll tell you what, wine-based small talk. So we were in Leroy Merlin yesterday. Not a likely place to engage in wine pursuits of a oenological variety, but we
very good.
Yeah, we found some expanded foam wine rack that locks together to form a wall. So we bought our first brick that took 15 wine bottles. It's totally full already, so we've got to go and buy another one tomorrow.
Good effort. So hello, Austin. So it's modular, and you can keep building with this thing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Okay. I'm thinking it might double up as good sort of radio studio insulation and integral wine rack.
Well, possibly, yeah.
Okay, all right. Good evening to you, Gary and Linda. How are you this evening?
Fine, thank you.
Good, thanks. How's the sound? Are we echoing or anything? Doing anything nasty? Because the computer's playing up, so...
No, you're not doing anything nasty at all. You are sounding perfect.
Okay, that'll do for me then.
No nasty. Yeah. Evening. I was going to say evening ween lovers. I read that out as, which is very misleading, isn't it?
Ween lovers.
Ween lovers everywhere. Evening wine lovers from Neil Perkins in the Alan Show. You're everywhere tonight, Neil. Nubianette, great. You're keeping me company while I work just after lunch, California time. It's our pleasure to do so, Nubianette. Poms always getting sloshed. Well,
one way of putting it.
It is. We resent that, but we don't deny it as usual.
We're only mimicking our Australian cousins.
Exactly. I mean, there is a crying, laughing kind of face there, which often follows us Poms getting sloshed, of course. No problem at all. I love it, says Diffie Dog, as a follow-up to Ian's question. Coming to our defence there, and your problem is, from Ian Turner, Diffie Dog. We know it's all meant in the best possible taste. Marcus Verbon, boa noite a todos. A lovely crowd with us already. Tell us what you're drinking, folks. What are you drinking tonight, Diffie Dog? What are you drinking tonight, Ian Turner? Nubianette's at work. I guess you could still sneak something into a water bottle or... Yeah, but we don't condone that sort of behaviour, but it happens. We know that happens. It would be unrealistic to think it didn't happen in the world, that people drank at work. I was going to make a doctor joke there. I won't. I'll refrain from that, Doc. Rachel and Frank are here as well, just saving me.
Hello, Hi, Rachel.
Hello, Rachel. And there's a Frank-shaped hole next to you. What's going on? Is he putting his lipstick on?
Yeah, he is 1 minute late.
He's 1 minute late. Okay. His lipstick better be good. I'm hoping not just for the lipstick, but the little pencil that goes round.
Lip liner.
Lip liner for Frank tonight. Drinking water, only water. Methinks the lady doth protest a little too much there, saying it twice. A Tinto for Peter Stewart tonight. The Porta 6. That's a popular brew, isn't it, among us?
Nice. Yeah.
Where did you get it from, Peter? I've been looking all over for that stuff.
Yes, so Peter Porter, we can call that tonight, can't we? And look, we've broken Neil as well, ignoring my midweek prohibition rule and joining you with a cheeky little glass of red for once. Well done, Neil. You're entirely forgiven, and you knew you would be here.
Hi, Frank.
Hello, Frank.
Frank, your lipstick's looking very nice.
Yes, thank you. It's cherry red for you.
Very lovely tonight. Very lovely, Frank.
Very.
You're not too bad either, Rach. You're okay.
Drinking, it's man cave familiarity, isn't it? Drinking a lovely rosé from Galilee. For real? Is that? I mean, that just sounds like something from a Bible story, doesn't it? Was it water before, and now it's a lovely rosé? Nice drop.
Sounds like
Nice
powerful stuff, doesn't it?
Diffy dog. Excellent. Okay, so Penny, wagwan with this one tonight.
Right. Well, I haven't got a clue how to pronounce it.
Right.
This was actually gifted to me by Frank and Rachel. So it was sent to me in a lovely little parcel from Portugal. And I'd drawn a little bit of a blank researching it. So I was rather hoping Frank and Rachel were going to rescue me a little bit here. I don't know if you can see that, but I think it's because, and this is where I get confused sometimes with Portuguese wines. It's got one name on it, but it actually comes from a cooperative with another name on it. So that's where I get very confused. So I believe, Carl, you've got the same wine, but in a different.
I've got to be.
label.
Yeah, I've started to unwrap the cage, so I've got to be careful how I do this without destroying my laptop and other things in the studio. But this is what did I mention that I've got a wine merchant before now?
You may have done.
I was there this afternoon, and I went in before I go to the supermarket. I like to go in there, and I asked him if he got this Villa de Corgos, and he started looking it up as he does for me because he wants to make the sale, and if he can't, he likes to be helpful and send me in the right direction. And his suspicion was, if I put this on the screen now, the producer, Cantanhede, not far from me, we're still in the Bairrada region, aren't we? And we're in a particular sub-region of the Beira Atlantico, I think, aren't we? This. And this is a kind of wine cooperative producer. And I think there's a little bit of forensic work for us to do here. Because I, like you, Penny, I'm not quite sure what's happening here and whether we are in that kind of grey area of you've got a label that is a sort of an export one or a supermarket one, but perhaps not because Rachel and Frank sent it to you.
Yeah.
What can we find out, Rachel and Frank, about the origins of this?
I don't know.
No, we had the one the same wine maker or fizz maker, I guess, and we had the green label and we really liked it. And then we tried this one, we really liked it. Immediately we thought of Penny, so we were like, you know what, let's just send this to her because they've got a green label, they've got this one, and then there is a pink one. And I was like, if I was next time, if I like the pink one, then that one I'll send to Carl.
Okay, very nice, very nice.
And the only thing we know about it is we know drinking, nothing else.
Say that again, Rachel.
The only thing we know about it is we know drinking it, nothing else.
Yeah, we liked it. We enjoyed the taste of it. It was not. It was very good. It was one of the nicer espumantes that we've tried. That one and the Marialvo one that you have, Carl. They've got like 2 or 3 different ones. We are also doing one from Bairrada. I think next time, in 2 weeks from now.
Okay, I can't get this website to go to the products to compare all of these. Maybe that'll happen in due course, but we shall see about that. And you're absolutely right. I've got the blue label, and the guy in the shop said it might be the same one as the label you've got and other labels, because what we're drinking tonight is Bical and Arinto grapes, right?
Yes. I'm just checking my notes. Yeah, Arinto and Bical. Yes.
Okay, and I also know on the label I've got here, we are looking at the Metodo Classico, which is the hand turning of the bottles, isn't it? In these beautiful, almost bell-shaped bottles. My Reserva here is 2015. Is that what you've got?
Oh, Lordy. Don't know.
Can't find it yet.
It's always a difficult moment when we have to read the labels, isn't it?
Well, that's what we've been on, so yeah.
It doesn't say which year.
No.
But it does say that it was a good year.
Okay, well, yeah, we've been told this, haven't we? But 5s and 0s are good. I also have an Uva d'Ora, the Golden Grape Award 2019, which always puts another couple of euros on the price. So I'm looking forward to it. Before we pop corks, let's see what folks are drinking who are joining us tonight. We are looking at yeah, we've heard about the Galilee rosé. Peter Stewart is living near Belfast and imports it direct from Porto. Wow, the Belfast Porto wine route. There, never heard about that before, Peter. 2017 Vouvray, which is a lovely name, isn't it? A Vouvray from Vignoble Alain Robert, Chancey in the Loire. Okay, Diffy Dog. I'm also walking on water whilst drinking the Galilee rosé. Very good. I'm drinking Bandida de Pomar. It's juice with green apple, says Marcos Valbon. Well done. Ian Turner, you should see what Frank does with the bread and fishes. A nice sardine sarnie. Bonne nuit from Joao Gloria, who's here, I think for the first time. Good evening to you, Joao. Australian living in Montreal here. Always wanted to visit Portugal. There is an open door and an empty glass waiting for you. Well, and I hasten to add, we'll fill it with something on your arrival. Diffy Dog. Bonne nuit, Wine Ninjas from Anna Milne. Hello, Anna. How are you in Switzerland? Yeah. Marcos Valbon is on the Liqueur de Merda. We just can't get over that name, can we? Whenever we hear it, from Cantanhede is like Liqueur Beirão, but for some reason just doesn't sell as much. Good evening, Edmundo, to you in the Algarve. Jordinja is here, but a todos is sold. So good evening to you, Jordinja. What are you drinking? Love Vouvray, says Nubianette. It's such a lovely word and a lovely wine. Oh!
I'm gonna have a black eye tomorrow.
Did it get you?
It did.
No, that must have hurt.
Ow!
It wasn't too bad actually. Just glanced there, but
you were great.
Like in an action movie.
It could have been worse.
I'm gonna maybe put that on the replay and slow it down, and we'll be immortalized in Wine Club history.
Black eye tomorrow. That's my own fault for having it here and shaking it all about.
Now, if you're a Premier League player, you'd be down on the floor rolling around. But you're going to continue like a rugby player, aren't you? I can tell.
Bring the sponge.
She's up. The magic sponge on the face, and she's like, "I'm okay. How many fingers am I holding up, Penny?"
Oh, 5.
Yes, yeah, that's good enough. That's close enough to continue. Well done.
Carl, you're going to be really happy about this. I've just Googled Villa de Corgos espumante, and one of the results on the first page is this YouTube tasting.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Check
it is. Yes.
Fame at last.
I'm going to pour some. I need a drink after that.
You need a drink now. That's
9 results.
People have been feeling that. So lots of love coming to you already over that little incident. Diffy Dog, I've switched to an Australian Penfolds Red now, feeling a little homesick. Sorry, Diffy. I think I'll pass. Ouch, Penny, he also adds. I don't know. Douglas, oof, Penny, ouchie. Peter Stewart, it now goes on a circuitous route. Porto, Barcelona, Brussels to Cherbourg to Dublin to Belfast to avoid going through England. Well, yes. Sorry, Pen, but that did make me laugh. Neil. You didn't need to write that down. Haven't got the vino, says Andy, but the Adega De Cantanhede do great and slightly stronger than the norm. Jeropiga Cantanhede. So I shall have a glass of that instead. Andy, good evening to you, Andy. So, do you want to lead us, Penny? Are you up to it?
Yes. I'm more worried about the wasted espumante on the floor.
Did you have a spill as well?
I'm going to have to lick it up later.
Yeah. That's how all of good evening should end.
Ooh.
Right.
Smells very appley.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
The owner's dessert.
It's a lively little number.
Mm. It's not quite what I was expecting. I'm disappointed, but I am surprised.
What were you expecting?
Very happy. I can smell it from here.
Something a bit drier. Something drier and crisper. It's more fruity than I suspected.
It's got quite a dry finish.
True.
But it is quite fruity. It's quite appley, a bit peary. Very floral.
What I liked about it was it has a very, very balanced finish to it.
Yeah, it's got a nice finish.
Yeah, yeah. We've got a bit of a repertoire around this, haven't we? Or a vocabulary now. Since this is the constant sort of remark to be made, isn't it? How much we've come on since the early days with our appreciation. But yeah, the what I'm surprised about with the fruitiness, I wouldn't expect that sophisticated finish. You know, might be a bit acidic or stay sweet in the mouth, but that starts fruity and ends classy.
Nice one.
Like a finished school fizz.
They'll be giving us a GCSE in oenology next.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? For services to Portuguese wine.
It's definitely
What'd you
going to
say,
happen.
Carl? It starts fruity and what was it? Starts fruity and ends tardy? What was it?
Classy, not tarty.
Oh, classy. I'm sorry.
Quite the opposite.
Is anybody getting anything different from theirs?
No. Definitely Perry.
This is nice.
It's very drinkable.
That's not tasting, Carl. How my God? How many wines are you tasting in that mode? What does that mean? What, gulping it down, Edmundo? I guess. Yeah, I am taking it a stage further than just tasting tonight.
This is why we only drink one at a time, isn't it?
Yeah. So I intend to drink quite a lot of this bottle, Edmundo, because nobody else will in the house this evening. I guess that's not a great reason, is it? But I enjoy fizz, as people are anticipating possibly this evening. Penny's hat reminds me of the old. You kept that quiet, Penny. Were you in Bananarama?
I think I was a bit old to be in Bananarama, actually. But
Okay, you're bringing back memories for Diffie Dog.
yeah. I
Carl,
liked them, though. They were good.
Yes, me too. Robert De Niro and all that. That's me. It is the same. I think it's the same fizz, Neil.
It's the same fizz, I think.
Yeah, with this, it's the right grapes, it's the right producer, and it just might be badged up differently. Was a suspicion of my wine merchant. Douglas is reading our faces. Linda's face is telling me that it's a bit tart. What are you making of it in the Austin household?
I thought Doug said Linda looks like a bit of a tart.
Douglas is
I'll put my glasses on to read these comments.
You get ready for a scrap. Screw you, Doug. No, that's not what he said. Is it a bit tart for the Austin?
Yeah, I think Doug's right. For me, it is a bit sharp. I prefer my fizz a little bit sweeter. It's nice. It's got a nice taste. Just a bit sharp.
Yeah. If we were all together in a room together, we'd be sipping, swilling, enjoying this. It would be very convivial, and the vibe tonight is a bit cooler, isn't it? It's a bit more of a red wine night. We've kind of, we're out of pace, aren't we, with the weather? With this, it's a party starter for sure, and it seems a bit kind of fireside to me tonight.
It's always a fizz night for me, Carl.
Fair enough. Fair point. Fair point. Neil's asking me, is it sweet or dry? It's a Bruto. It is marked as a Bruto, but not incredibly crisp or dry in that sense, Neil. This session, Diffie Dog says, needs a nice camembert or triple brie. What's a triple brie? Review there. Is that seriously brie-ish? Triple brie. Can you put my name in? Can you put the name of the wine in the chat so I can check if so Peter's like me. He's got his own wine merchant, my guy at a Porto. That sounds really good, doesn't it? Haha, told you. Says I will have the pleasure to take you in a wine tasting near the Algarve. 15 degrees. 15 percent alcohol. Lovely red wine made on the mountains in a place near Lulay. That's okay. We're up for that, definitely. Yeah. Me
Next
good at
yeah.
I thought he was offering to take you up the mountain then, Carl.
What does that mean? in a Brokeback Style. Okay, if we were all together, we'd be a long way towards being very merry. Exactly. This would be flowing, and we would be getting geeglier than we probably will be anyway, but it's just going to take longer. Triple Brie is an Australian cheese, perfect with a Pinot, mate, a Pinot Noir. So yes, Triple Brie there. But why triple though, Diffie? Is it like incredibly strong or incredibly fragrant? Where does the triple come into it? What's the extra percentage of Brie-ness in that leading to? Okay, further observations, guys, as this is going down pretty well. How's your face?
I can't remember which one it was now. So
that's good. So you're fine.
Right.
I like the bubbles. The bubbles are a nice sort of fine texture, nice silky bubbles.
Apparently, I read they have been they're the most. They were recognised as the best sparkling wine producer of 2013. Apparently,
Okay,
that's
they won more than 1,100 gold and silver medals. Apparently.
Yeah. And this is adding to the mystery that is the Adega De Cantanhede, isn't it? Because it is odd that we would come top in the search and that they're hard to find on the web, yet they are such a massive producer. It's like they don't bother too much with search engine optimization or their reputation on the web. Maybe the wine does all the talking all around the world. I can't. Sorry, go on, Doc.
Sorry, if they're selling enough, then they don't need to. Eh?
Indeed. And I don't think their website even works.
I managed to get into their products.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, here we go.
Yours was on there, Carl. I saw something like yours, but not ours.
I have found it. Okay. Oh, right. So the one you have in your hand, Penny, you don't actually see on their website.
No, I couldn't see it anywhere.
That's amazing. Very interesting mystery. And and they didn't take up the challenge to join us tonight. Now we know this one, don't we?
We do.
We do like that Marquês de Marialva red there, Bairrada. That's a beauty. So where are the next page? Look, 9 pages of wine.
Yeah, Marquês de Marialva.
It's no wonder some of them go missing. How many on the page? It's like there's 9, 10 on each page, and there's 9 pages. So that's quite a lot in the range there. So let's keep stepping through and seeing what else we can find on here. What a range. Look at that. Now that's looking a bit more like it. That Vinho Branco there seems to have the same sort of graphic going on for it. So with our forensic search for this tonight, Corgos, we are getting a little bit closer. Possibly, don't know.
There's a good wine.
Yeah, that's the Bagger one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a cracking wine. That one is.
Yeah. Enjoyed that one. A Villa Rosa there. Very pale.
Sparkling next time.
Yes, that's right. We are staying with the fizz, aren't we? Yeah. And nope, still another page. Page 5. There's an instrument. Yeah, we're getting towards the fizz entry.
Yeah, I think we had that green one.
That was it. Okay, Blanc de Blanc, Cantanhede. Interesting little town, actually. Somebody recommended we should live there, and we went and had a look. Didn't feel like the right place to live, but a fascinating little place for sure.
That's the one for next time.
There it is.
There's yours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's next week, isn't it? With a
no, this is not the one. That one is silver. This is not the Bagger.
Okay.
What? I think I bought the wrong one then. Okay. Excuse me. All right. I'm sure that's the one I bought. Okay. So we're going through the entire range of the Adega De Cantanhede tonight.
What about that pink one, Carl? You like that one?
The big pink one?
Yeah.
Look at that. That is like almost like a Knights Templar rosé there going on, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Pedro Figueira. I wouldn't pick that out on the shelf, Frank, personally. If I saw that, I might buy it as an amusing gift for somebody. There's in that same sort of livery there, but the rosé, sparkling rosé, Bagger rosé. That's a stout old bottle, isn't it? That's their Aguardent offering there in that shape. It does look like it would wake you up in the morning. Next page, page 7 now. Nearly there, folks.
Hey.
That's
Right,
what I've
big
got.
bottle, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've got, and that's what
you-
I think that's what you've got in there in your hand tonight, Penny. It is that,
I think so.
but with a different badge on it, because we're not finding.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one, Carl. The one on the left. This is the one.
Yeah.
Is that next week?
Yeah.
2
Week
weeks from
after.
now, I think.
No. The week after.
Okay, all right. I've got to go back out and buy another one then. I bought the blue
It's a tough life.
It is. It's yeah. I'll have to just drink it. Just for the sake of completion here, I have to go through the whole range, especially if they watch the video. English to answer. Look at this.
I really thought, given their size as well and the amount of product range they had, that they would have liked to come and join us this evening. So I was quite surprised not to get anything back from them.
They just went adrift at it. And final page of their product, the Dom Lopo here. And a Dom Lopo Blanc Bruto. I mean, when you've got this many wines in your range, how do you keep abreast of them, and how do you know how they differentiate from each other as well? That's an incredible range of wine. It really is. I personally, if I was running the company, I'd want to sort of streamline that a bit. I don't know. Maybe they're an umbrella brand. And there might be 12 producers there making those, and they're all marketed on the same pages there. Interesting.
I think it said originally that I think it was something like 100 winemakers. That might be an exaggeration, but I'm sure it said something like 100 winemakers came together to form this cooperative. So quite possibly they've still all got their own vineyards going, and under this one umbrella.
You'd worry about one organisation that was producing so many different wines. In terms of their ability to be able to produce quality products across the range, but if there are lots of individual winemakers, it makes sense.
Yeah, Douglas is reading your face as well, Gary. A lot of sloshing from you. We're being watched quite closely tonight. Nuno Mendes, hey mate, how are you? From Winsurance Day. Very good evening, all. Hi Nuno, how are you? Tudo bem? Triple Brie is the volume of cream. So 3 times as creamy as standard. That is proper creamy then, isn't it? Great for clogging the arteries. Saturated fat. It's the dangers are overrated. Just ask the doc.
Yeah, drink plenty of alcohol with it. You'll be all right.
There you go. We have an app called Vivino installed on the phone, and just take a picture of the label. We've never thought of this, have we? Oh. Did anyone know about this? 42.
I've seen their website, but I've never seen the app.
Yeah,
Rachel's got it.
I have the app.
Yeah, she's
Rachel.
When we go to the grocery store, she goes and whichever wine we're about to pick, she goes and gets the rating on them and whatever, and then we get them. And sometimes it gets like you look at the bottle, you look at the label, and you say, "Wow, this looks beautiful. We should get this." And you look at the rating; it's got like a 2 rating, and you're like, "Why?"
This one had a 3.5 on that website. I haven't seen the app. I need to get that app, I think.
Okay, very good. Thanks for that suggestion, Edmundo. And lol, casual drop of SEO into the conversation, Carl. Do I detect a fellow geek? Kind of. I wouldn't describe myself like that, but I do know what SEO is. I think Doc's more geeky than me. He can actually program and stuff like that. Can't you, Doc?
Yeah. But
and
it's just a hobby.
He can do Facebook events and everything. Allegedly.
And he remembers.
When he can be bothered.
Lots of people.
Thanks, Penny. Love you too.
Lots of pink ones from Victoria. Enjoying the pink on the screen. Hey, y'all from Victoria in Atlanta, Georgia. How are you this evening? When are you getting here, Victoria? He does have it. Guess what the question
is. Only on a Thursday.
Yes. Yeah, that site is product aggregated. Oh, okay. So it's a bit of a mess, really, isn't it? I guess a window for producers who'd rather be getting on with making wine than running their own website, perhaps.
I think it's one guy in the area who knows how to program a web page and went around all the winemakers and said, "Hey guys."
Yeah, I'll do it for a case of your wine. Not a bad deal, is it? Vidigal produced a good variety of wines, mostly very good. Who has been talking about Vidigal?
Hey, it's one of our local ones in Leiria. In fact, they do Porter 6 and a couple of others.
Okay, there you go. Fellow Vidigal fans, Peter and Andy there. Use the Vigno Incontinent and they can check the fake promotions they advertise. Ooh. So we are being manipulated in the supermarkets then. Who'd have thought it? This is a chant coming in from the audience. How would we sing this? Is this Doug, 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 the gig? Doug, 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 the gig? Yes, with that Miami vibe. Very good. Nice one, Doug. My house is under contract, so I'm just holding my breath that the sale goes through. Fingers crossed here, Victoria. And a mad rush to sell all the contents because I'm not taking them with me. Good approach to stuff, but we've seen some of your beautiful artifacts. It must be quite hard parting with those, Victoria. You do have some beautiful things over there, but looking forward to seeing you here. Gary, what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. No.
Okay, I thought you were biting your hand there. Sometimes we all have to do on this program. Okay, all right. Any other observation? I have done that. No, I won't say when, but I have, to remain professional, I have bitten into my own hand, not to laugh on screen, just to let you into a little bit of a secret there. But I won't.
It's not a secret.
Yeah, we've seen the blood.
You're right, Penny. Vidigal, interesting Bairro in Rio. Okay, namesake neighborhood in Rio. I was using a Vivino once in a supermarket. Was told to stop. Embarrassing. Thought I was taking photos of the wine offers. Bonnoit from Antonio F. Waiting for someone to crack open a Stella Artois. Sorry, Mrs. M is here. Sorry, just talk among yourselves for a minute. Seriously, talk among yourselves for a minute.
No, we want to listen.
We're listening to Louisa.
Bing, round one.
He's getting told off for something.
Play tubular bells in the background.
He's got that look like, what did I do now? He's got that look.
Yeah. It wasn't me, honest.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was really.
He's gonna sleep on the couch today.
No, I haven't actually. I haven't. That was really confusing because she came in with some serious news, but topless. I didn't know where to look.
Well, you should do by now.
No, seriously, stop it now. You're putting me off my game here. Waiting for someone to crack open a Stella Artois. Go and crack open a Stella Artois. I'll deal with you later. Not with your boobs. No, the normal way with the wrinkle. Oh dear, oh dear. 11 pound before tax. What is that the answer to?
Oh dear.
Not hard to part with that stuff. See it as part of an anchor weighing down on. Yeah, understood. Is Mrs. M that tall? Was I kind of? Okay. Would a Guinness count? Yeah, anything counts at the moment, and more the case as we make up into the evening here. Did I mention the Bonnoit from Antonio F? And we want to find out how that ended, don't we? That little anecdote there of I mean, what do you do when you're told to stop taking photographs? Carry on. But a bit like you and me the other day, Frank, when we were moved on by the police in Coimbra. We just did.
Don't bring me into this. We're gonna do Fizz more often.
Oh dear.
No, we want to hear more, but maybe not tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard why you were moved on by the police. I heard you were, but not why.
I had some good old Coimbrien's hospitality from Frank on arrival. But just as we were there, meeting each other in the street, swapping plastic bags, which probably isn't a good look, is it? Let's face it. In a part of town where there are a lot of, I think, street drinkers. Suddenly, a blue police van turns up, and 4 or 5 guys get out with batons. What's the erected, withdrawn? What's the drawn? Drawn.
He's immediately thinking they're coming after us, which they were not. They were going to solve crime somewhere else. And he's like looking at them, and I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, we're competing with the lowlives here. Don't worry. There's quite a few of them.
We were very sophisticated by local standards, weren't we, at that point? So I was with Frank, but let's not worry about it. They've got other things to do. But they came back, didn't they, shortly after? And they clearly hadn't apprehended the people they were looking for. And at that point, I was thinking, okay, well, they'll make do with anything now, including these two. We like to think of ourselves as white collar street drinkers, which is what we were doing. And,
the classic was Carl. Like, as soon as he sees like the copper coming towards him and pointing towards the watch, Carl goes, "Okay, mate, let's have a hug, and I'm out of here."
I wasn't quite sure what to do. You're a lot cooler than me under those circumstances, Frank. How is that? Why is that?
I don't know. Like, what are they going to ask me? They come up to me. I'll be like, "Oh, no fala, cerveja para você?"
And then you try and hug them. That's probably quite a good.
Of course. They'll be like, "Weirdo, leave him alone."
Yeah, come on, we got to go. Batons erected. Sorry, drawn is what I meant to say there. When are you just drawing your baton there? What are you doing? Hold on, let's have a look.
Oh, Penny's got a swisher.
Is that spaghetti?
It's bamboo, I think. My tapper.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I still don't understand. Did you call it your tapper?
My tapper.
Right.
I tap. Everywhere.
Oh, in an EFT sort of way.
Yes.
Emotional freedom.
Yes. Yes.
And then when you've made yourself
meridians and stuff.
Of course, who doesn't like a tap on the meridians? And then when you've finished tapping, you can boil it up al dente with a bit of olive oil on.
Exactly.
I thought you joined a flagellating order.
Well,
yeah, but I'm not mentioning that one tonight.
Okay, give it 20 minutes, everybody. It's a kind of fizz. I suppose it is, isn't it? A stouty fizz, depending on if it's the export. It is especially fizzy and less creamy. Okay, should we do a bit of scoring then with this particular brew tonight? What are we thinking?
Can I just say something? Because I've just noticed something. As it's warmed up, the flavour's changed like so many times before. Yeah. And I think it's got nicer.
Yeah.
Just a little bit warmer.
I'm enjoying it more.
The taste has come through, and it's a bit more deeper in its taste.
It's
and
like
not quite so salty.
It was up here before, and now it's dropped down here.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've got to say something as well, Carl. I've got to say something, right? And totally unrelated to marking wine, but I've just had a bit of the giggles and tried to stifle it. Do you remember that program, Police Squad, with Leslie Nielsen a few years back?
Well, the movies, like a police.
No, he had a television series called Police Squad.
No, I love that.
Well, he used to have this assistant, this guy, right, who was really tall, and he used to come walking onto the camera. You never see his head because he was that tall, and it was just, just like a scene from that. If anybody's watching, they'll know what I mean. I can't remember the officer's name.
Was it a big breast-shaped shadow though, as well, Gary?
Was it what? Sorry.
Cast itself over Carl's face.
She knows Louisa quite well. Yes. I thought it was another eclipse in there actually a bit earlier on. But supermoon, the old pink supermoon that we've been blessed by.
This is precisely why I would like us to do at least 1 or 2 fizzes per month.
Well, I could have done the other. Leslie Nielsen is very good at that look, isn't he? You know, as well as looking up at his tall colleague, that was a look he did for nice beaver, wasn't it? three glass, Linda.
I do like a glass of fizz.
Me too, Linda. Me too. It seems to change things. I thought Mrs. M came in with the meridians. she in a way she did. I remember the movies.
Yeah.
What was that funny noise? Oh, maybe I shouldn't ask. Remember? Okay, yeah, Antonio, amazing guy, Leslie Nielsen, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
The actor, not the mass murderer.
Canadian.
Yes.
Seriously, Canadian.
Really.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So funny.
It must
Too
hurt
funny.
all the time. He gets described as American. Go on, Doc.
I just asked.
No, it's going to be nasty to another country.
Can I just ask out of interest, completely off the track, but talking about Canadians, has anybody enjoyed Schitt's Creek yet?
Haven't seen
Yes.
it.
If any of you watching, if you can stream Schitt's Creek, it's a Canadian production. It is the most funny, well written, brilliant series. You've got to watch it.
Thank you, Penny. Very Canadian. It's on the CBC network.
Okay.
I can't get it here. It's not on Portuguese Netflix as it has been on other Netflix.
It's such
You
fun.
won't be able to find it's on Netflix.
I don't know.
You've seen Schitt's Creek, right?
Not on
I
Netflix.
watched it on Netflix.
You might have
We
a
get different programs, Penny, here in Portugal.
Yeah.
The
You
UK.
need
We get
a
different
VPN.
programs to the UK.
You need a VPN. Get a VPN.
and not a VPL as some people.
No, don't get a VPL. No.
Okay, Schitt's Creek getting some thumbs from Ian there, a fan in the UK. Good evening to you, Ian. Oh, the bubbles. Schitt's Creek is a hoot. I wonder how many times we can say shits tonight in context here. Needs
Have we got the shits?
not in that
Bring up Netflix. Have we got the shits?
You need to stop going for those curries, Gary. That's what it is.
But that's what the cast will say, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm working on the shits again. Second series of the shits. Yes, it's a nice little job. Very funny. Catherine O'Hara is genius.
Yes,
The actress
absolutely.
or the writer, what's her part in it?
She's a fashionista actress. She's just amazing. With her, all of her wigs have names as well. They're just the characters. It's just so funny.
Wigs with names. It does sound
The main actor is Eugene Levy. You see him in the American Pie movies as the dad.
Oh, yes, he's a winner. He's got the same sort of Leslie Nielsen vibe going on, isn't he? You just need to look into the camera and you laugh. Is
Another Canadian.
another Canadian, very good. Dan Levy, is that the same guy or
There are three Levies in the program: the father, the son, and the sister.
The Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Sorry.
and the Holy Ghost? Yeah, of course. Victoria wishes she had what we had. Need some of that bubbly they've got on screen. Need to catch up for sure. Douglas has a reminiscence here. Who remembers Fenella Kettlewich's tall son? Clifford on Chilton and the Wheelies. Chilton and the Wheelies. I might have to show my kids that on YouTube tomorrow. And Atlanta is the same. Nuts. What does that mean? I wonder. NUT. No. So before we, what you got there? Peanut.
Nuts. I'm trying my nuts.
Showing your nuts.
As long as you don't show your what is it, scrotum, the wine that Carl's got.
Or your perineum.
Don't get the two mixed up.
Terrible out of context. That
I
is.
love Fizz Night. I love Fizz Night. I'm telling you, we should be doing Fizz more often. Look, this is amazing. Even Linda is out of control today.
I want to know something, right? And I just can't get this, but Linda looks absolutely tiny by the side of me on this screen. She looks like she's been shrunk in the wash.
No, Gary, you look the same size. It's the fizz that's doing it to you.
She always looks just so tiny. Looks like so little that, you know.
You look lovely, Linda. Albeit young and small.
Yeah, I'll come back there, right? Go forward with it. Carl. There you go. I'll come back in.
It's the
Is
Jeremy.
that better now?
That's better.
Now, some people call that the Jeremy Beadle effect, don't they? that different.
I like the way you get the little hand.
Yes, that's be watching you,
That's
watching me.
awful.
No, it's what he used to do. It's what he used to do. Made the camera work for him. Okay, we were scoring until we got distracted.
We was sorry about that. Sorry to be distracted.
Frank,
Carl, what does Leona make of this Fizz?
Superb. I'm not a fizzy lover, to be honest, and I was a bit reluctant, but I'm honestly enjoying it. I've had about 3 glasses.
Is Leona, is the doc letting you have any? I've not seen him pour any for you. Like, what's going on?
He has no choice.
Go to Specsavers, Frank. Frank, you need to go to Specsavers.
We want to know.
Gently nudge him when he fills me up.
Oh. Okay, there's quite a few.
More information than we needed.
Leona, you naughty girl.
And all it
Don't know how lucky she is.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a very sensitive guy. If all it takes is a gentle nudge. Very good.
Doc.
Oh, Doc.
Hang on, how strong is this stuff?
And
Oh, that's the best one I've heard tonight.
it is, isn't it? But there's a few highlights tonight. There's the cork in the face, and then Leona's innuendo as well. Let's see if we can make it 3, folks. I'm determined that we do some scoring here this evening. So, who would like to score apart from Leona tonight? Penny, it's your honour.
Oh dear, I forgot what we score out of. Can you
5,
remind me?
simply.
Are we out of 4 or 5? I've forgotten.
5. Where does it? Hold on a minute. Are there any scoring systems out of 4?
Yeah, on the Vino do that.
Seriously?
The app, yeah, they score out of 4, I think, don't they?
Is it out of 4? Vino? No, Pen. It's out of 5. It's out of 5.
Oh God, it's me.
Come on, Pen, take it easy.
My eyes are
Vino,
watering
then.
from that cork in my eyes.
It's a blow to the head.
That's what it is.
Oh, such fun. I love bubbles. You see, they create such fun, don't they?
They do. It's so true.
So just for the fun factor alone, I think this should have a 5. But I'll wind it back in a bit and say, well, I think I love the, I like dry as well. I don't think this is that sweet. It's fruity, but it's got a lovely dry aftertaste. So, and also it was a gift. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. It's beautiful. I'm going to go for a 4.8. 4.8. Yeah, 4.8.
4.8. Get in, right? Okay.
Thank you, Rachel and Frank.
And someone did ask me to put the name in. So the name on your label is Villa de. What was it? Villa de Cougar.
Corgos.
Is that right? What's on the screen there now? Villa de Corgos.
Yes.
Also available as a Marques Marialva as well, Metodo Clásico. There, it does look like that. It would appear, but the main thing is the Pical and Arinto grapes that have been fizzed for our delight this evening. Fantastic. Given Mrs. B is somewhat undressed, it sounds like you're ready to score, Carl. Should that have been a? Is he?
Well, as you did, I will advise you to let that one go.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yes.
Let that one go, Carl.
Okay,
Gotta go now. Bye, everybody.
Andy the Doc and Leona into. I'm not understanding these comments anymore. Is it me or is it our correspondent?
I can't make a fist.
This is working its magic.
I typed Andy the Doc and Leona intermittently because she was going to be a bit in and out tonight.
Yeah,
Not again.
I see what it says.
Not again.
Oh my word!
Doc, I love your T-shirt, Doc.
Yeah.
Okay, zoom in for Doc's political message of the evening. Which organisation? Well said, Doc. And what's the little logo beneath?
Stand up to racism.
Yes.
And that's what Doc wears to Shago rallies in Portugal here.
Yeah.
Sticking it to the man. Fantastic. Well done, Doc. Right. Okay. So let's stay with you. Let's stay with Doc and Leona. Who I was going to make a fist joke. I'm going to steer clear of that. Ask you for a score. Leona.
Take that one, John Carl.
I'm saying very little, 4.7.
I wouldn't go as high as that 4.7 because I'm not a great fizz lover, as I think I've said before. But it's pleasant, and if it was hotter, and in this pleasant company, or similar, then yeah, it's very nice. So I will go with a 4.2.
Okay. Very good. Sorry for copying all of you. Rachel and Frank, to Coimbra now, please, for your scoring.
So I do agree with Gary that it got much nicer after it set a little bit. And I do like this one. My only comment that I wish it had a little bit more bubbles. But I like the taste. Yeah. It's and this one for me is 4.3.
Okay. And Frank.
For me, if we are purely judging this based on the different espumantes in Portugal, I would give this one a 4.5 based on the espumantes, because this is one of the best ones that I've had to drink. It's very crisp. Yeah, like you can have it lunch. You can have it with nice fish. You can have it with triple cream brie with other nonsense on it. It'll go well with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Or just on arrival. Yeah. I mean, when you it's a reception drink as well, isn't it? For sure.
It's very, very good. I think they do a very, very good job. We've had the pink one as well, right? On this one, I don't remember. I think the pink one as well, the rosé, and it was quite nice.
Very good, very good. Okay, Alviagra tonight.
When I first started drinking it, it was a bit dry for me, but as it warmed up slightly in the glass, I like the flavour of it much better. And I've had 3/4 glasses, so so I would say that now I'll probably give it a 4.3. It's not the best one I've tasted. At the moment, I like the Feta Azul. I like that one that we had before.
Yeah.
You like it a bit sweeter, though, don't you?
I prefer a white wine to be a little bit sweeter. So 4.3 for me.
Thank you, Linda.
Nice.
Linda. Yeah. And on the Linda scale, 3/4 glasses. I mean, that speaks.
It's always a good sign, really, isn't it?
Okay, I think that's going to become an international standard before long.
Linda's going to get invited to every wine fair in the world.
Yes, to the Linda
scale.
Well, you'll have to come with me, of course. If that happens, you'll all be included.
This one's 4.5 Lindas. You do realise that?
Very soon it will be on Vivino, Linda's number of glasses.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and maybe Oz Clark or somebody will say, "Never mind about that. Never mind about you're out of 5. We want to know what it is on the Linda scale." And here's Gary. What's your verdict?
Right, we started off, wasn't too keen, but it was a bit dry and a bit sort of tarty and a bit sort of sharp for my liking. As it's warmed, it's pulled up a lot of flavour now. It's a nice sort of fruity edge to it. And I disagree with Rachel. I like the bubbles. They're finer bubbles, which I always think is a sign of a good, a good wine, a good espumante. So let's go for a 4.5. I think that's fair. I do like Marcus de Mariabra products, and this is 4.5 seems about fair.
So a very respectable showing for this one. I'm going to go 4 point. I mean, you know, what do those 0.1s mean really? But 4.6, 4.7. For me, I've got it down as a party starter. You know, like I said before, reception bottle, chilled in the fridge, impromptu gathering, out it comes. Formal gathering, out it comes.
Yeah.
And it sets the mood, doesn't it? In a very respectable and inoffensive way. You know, people aren't going to be going, "Oh, that's too dry," or "That's too sweet," whatever. I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser and be a nice sort of happy medium among fizzes for people, for the whole, something for everyone in the family there, kids and grown-ups, kids and grandparents alike, for this one. So yeah, a great choice. Great job, Penny. And great job, Rachel and Frank, for sending it over.
I can't claim credit because Frank and Rachel gifted it to me, so it's to Frank and Rachel. Yeah.
So if you are watching Adega De Cantanhede, and if you, we hope there's a good reason that our email or Penny's email was rudely ignored.
Yeah.
Hopefully it went in the spam tray and wasn't just brushed aside as a load of expat freeloaders trying to get a free trip to the Adega. But if you do see this and you want to offer us a free trip to the Adega, we'll be gladly the recipients of that prize, because we do genuinely like your wine this evening, and all the other 97 of them probably that we scrolled through earlier on tonight. And
we'll let you know at the end of the year.
I think I've actually got about at least 3, maybe 4 of their products in the house at the moment. So there can't be bad stuff, can it? Really, it's good. Good stuff. Good merchandise.
What other brands could you say that about?
Well, true. I mean, most of it's under the Marcus the Maliabra. I can never say this. Maliabra. Is that the right word? But it's Maliabra. Yeah, and normally that's pretty good stuff. So can't complain, and I'll drink that anytime, any day. So.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe a trip to Cantanhede for us one of these days, to add to our growing list. This is an interesting little comment. Although no, I mustn't ignore. Does Mrs. M know about Mrs. B? I was hoping you wouldn't, Neil. Yeah, honestly, Neil. Locally in our part of Portugal, if someone buys you a drink, you spit and splutter and say it tastes like a duck. Not sure why. That's a kind of Louis Plateau comment there.
Maybe better ask Louis.
We will.
Ask your mate.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. When you see him next, Andy, if you could ask, that'd be great.
I'll bet him tomorrow.
And a nice fist for the doc from Ian. It's all about scoring tonight. And saying the spitting and spluttering to pretend you're spitting out the duck feathers, I suppose. Just a little bit of fun, but probably best done with a mask on and socially distanced, we should add. It sounds like a espumante version of Vinho Verde. What, with the fruitiness?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Good call, Ian. Good call. Marcos Espumante from Bairrada is super good as well. Yeah, that's what we got tonight. Well, this is Beira Atlântico, isn't it? A sub-region, I think, of Bairrada. Who gave Penny a black eye? I mean, is that showing up already? Have you got some bruising?
I don't actually know. I can't remember which eye it was.
It was your right hand side. It was your right hand side.
It's your right eye, Penny. It's your right eye.
God, it's my birthday in a couple of weeks. I think it's just my face is just beginning to crumple and just, you know. Bleh.
Oh,
no. You look beautiful, Penny.
Yeah. You know what? It might be that this is a beauty treatment that hasn't been discovered yet. You might wake up with a really... Yeah, and people will be firing champagne corks into their faces the world over when they discover
what it was, Penn. Right, I noticed just seconds before the cork took off, the way you were holding the bottle was a very seductive and suggestive way. So I presume you just couldn't hold on any longer. That's what it was.
Oh God, I haven't popped anybody's cork for at least 24 hours. That's great.
You watch the replay. You'll see what I mean.
I think this probably is going to be a big one on the replay for people. Having said that, Gary, people will be scrolling back to see that moment. I think I agree with Linda, says Neil. The Fita Azul medium sweet was excellent. One of my favourites now. Was a good choice, Carl. Was that one of my choices?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was nice wine.
Yeah.
Excellent. I did see it today, and I thought we've tried that. I don't remember that it was one of my introductions. Met Oz Clark in Sevilla. Doug is always good for an anecdote, isn't he? What was he like, Doug? Never mind about meeting him. What was the guy like? That's what we want to know, isn't it? With a celeb. Nubianette is giggling about something or other. It's quite hard to ascertain that. Tell us more, Nubianette.
Probably Leona's.
It could be. I only have to. I think if I can remember rightly, I only have to nudge him and he fills me up. That was the quote of the evening. Sorry,
Lynn's joking.
All right. The Adega De Cantanhede had 2020 7 of its espumantes among the world's best 50. So I mean, they're not. I mean, all the work is going into the wines, not the website, clearly, or answering emails. Sorry, you okay?
Hang on.
It's horrible, isn't it, when you're choking and laughing. Okay, is that water or more of the fizz? That's not helping, is it? So Adega De Cantanhede are definitely putting all their efforts into wine production and not messing about on the internet by the sound of it. Nightle Mock the Week is on and has a lot to get their teeth into. None taken, Ian. We're being forsaken. But that's not a bad comparison, is it? I hope we stand up next to Mock the Week. Cheers, Saud and Felicidad from Ubi. Good evening to you, Ubi. I'm affectionately going to call you. We were sat on the same table, or is it the same table as him? I can't imagine that Doug has ever sat on a same table. No, Doug's not the sort of person to sit at a same table, is he? As him. And Oz drank fizzy water all evening. Boo, boring. That's not what you're going to hear, is it? Ubi says, does anyone besides me sometimes confuse Piers Morgan with Jeremy Clarkson? Well, you're right, Linda.
They're twins.
Yeah, they're both arseholes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're both arseholes. That's it then, I guess, isn't it? That's the confusion that's easy to make. They're demeaning.
Why am I called No Filter Frank? I don't understand.
I don't know, Frank, actually. It's about. I guess it's about consistency, isn't it?
That's what's happening. That's what happens when you trying to cram it down all at once.
Or do all British just look the same? Oh,
It's all honkies.
oh. We're Ubi. You can't say things that. Well, you can. You just did say that.
They do.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if we were to break it down, there, what do Piers Morgan and Jeremy Clarkson have in common? They do have the British beer gut. They have. Oh, Linda's all right. We got bits of giggles.
Look, come on. Do you see a beard here?
Oh, I see. No, we're talking about.
Remington. More close to the blade or your money back.
What's going on? Another fist has appeared from nowhere. I think I need to get some spectacles.
It's that. Sorry, you guys on the screen there, but it's that white middle-aged man superiority thing that they both got. It is,
isn't it? Yeah, it is a difficult thing. It is awkward that predicament, isn't it? Because I remember I used to do a radio show with my good mate Damien in Exeter, and somebody wrote in a letter of complaint saying this is just two middle-aged men trying to be funny, and we thought it was a really good review, but actually it's that thing we're talking about there, isn't it, Penny? Middle-aged, middle-class men trying to be funny. It's Top Gear all over, isn't it? And it is a certain vibe. I mean, Piers Morgan, I think, is odious. Not quite as much as what's his name, Blair, with his new haircut. I mean, that was hideous, wasn't it? Having to see that.
The problem is his haircut was about 6 inches too high.
trying to work that out. Yes, okay. So we'll give it to you, Ubi that there is a certain sort of look. Otherwise, Austin Powers couldn't have made the comic capital he did of it, right? Going right back to the 60s, British teeth, the whole thing. It's a fair point in some ways, but we are a little bit offended as well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to see you all enjoying the wine. That's what it's all about here, and we certainly are, João Mendonça. Good to have your company. So, too late. Too late.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand.
It's all good. It's all good. And we could continue to talk about it in the man cave. But just as we thought we sorted that out, Doug weighs in with this.
Is he really?
You know, that's Tory.
Yeah.
I would say that's a member of the Tory party speaking.
Yeah. We'll stick together, don't they?
You were doing so well up to now.
Yeah, it's turned into a pantomime now, isn't it? I like Top Gear. I saw a YouTube video of the World War II Saint-Nazaire raid hosted by Clarkson. Yes, that's why people think they get such good value from the British TV license, I suppose, for those sort of plush productions. I can't, but although it's gone to Amazon now, I can't stand Piers Morgan. Lousy interviewer, doesn't let anyone actually speak. Well, I've got some sympathy with him on that, I have to say. Scores in that contest. Marques de Marialva Bical Arinto Reserva 2015 with 96 out of 100. And the Primitivo 2014, 90. So respectable. Our score's a little bit lower than that, but great company.
We're more discerning, that's all.
Look at this. Just as we thought we'd made friends with Ubi, I think I'm being compared with Piers Morgan.
I think he's talking about the stand.
Then whichever a mass walkout one middle-aged men here.
Where's the management?
I got no wine left.
Carol Munson is such a drama queen.
I haven't had to do that before, but thank you for that opportunity, Ubi. I think you're talking about Top Gear, aren't you, rather than this particular, like the Good Morning Portugal show. Although I have heard he is after my job since he's left Good Morning Britain. He wants to Good Morning Portugal now. My sister once waited on Clarkson at Twickenham. He was a first class. I'm going to say plonker. I'm going to say plonker there. Because,
I would have said he's a second class shithead, but there you go.
Thank you, Doc. Carl, I'm looking forward to Boys' Night. João Mendonça. That'll be tomorrow at the Man Cave, where we will be deciding once and for all, probably not, which is the best beer out of Sagres and Superbock. That's the one for tomorrow.
Oh, no, we won't.
Oh, no, we won't.
Yes,
He's quite right. He's quite right. Anyway, never met Piers Morgan. Doug, try harder. Come on. Antonio is all over the place tonight. Look at that. Not you, Carl. I was talking. Lucky I didn't walk out and not come back, isn't it? I was talking about the Saint-Nazaire video. Okay. All right. Well, it's all good. We're friends. Has Penny's eye changed colour yet? Diffy Dog, quite concerned about you. Let's have another look.
Let's have a close look.
Right.
I think it's good.
No, you're okay, love. You're okay. You're okay.
You're all right, man.
Okay.
Just what is it on Monty Python? Just a
Flesh wound. Flesh
Just a
wound.
scratch, just a mere flesh wound.
A mere flesh wound. So no problem there.
Back up fight, you coward.
Ubi's working it now. You're much handsomer than the average Brit.
Ooh, there you go.
Can I have that for the one of the reviews of the Good Morning Portugal show? You're it's like 3 stars, much handsomer than the average Brit. Better teeth too. Only just. Only just.
Oh my God.
I can tell you're lying now. Did someone say vodka? Nobody said vodka, did they? Did anyone say vodka?
I think the market of good wine.
Leona did. Yeah, you did. When we were talking about what people might drink at work.
Oh, vodka. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice glass of water. Okay.
It's that whole conversation.
Possibly, but if Victoria needs to drink vodka, who are we to judge? Go for it. Go for it. Gary, that's very provocative.
I just thought it'd catch your eye with that. So I thought it was quite attractive. I think the mark of a good wine is when you finished it, you wish you had another one. And tonight, I wish I did. It's gone. So I wish I got another bottle. So say no more. That is.
Yeah, me too.
That is the fizz thing in it as well. But it's so drinkable, And
I'm licking my rug in a while.
Sorry.
That's the third one. Now that is what 20 years of yoga can do for you. So that's the third highlight. That completes the trio. That completes the trio.
Linda's gone now. That's it. She's gone.
You see, if you can do it yourself, it's so much. Life is easier when you can do it for yourself like that. What's seriously now? Come on, seriously now. What's everyone's thoughts on chilling red wine?
It's a capital offence unless it's Beaujolais Nouveau.
It depends how hot it is. It depends how hot it is, like in the atmosphere, doesn't it? If it's really, really hot, red wine can just go over the top, and you need to cool it down a bit.
Yeah. It's all relative.
Add lemonade or soda water.
What? Oh, get out now. Come on, get out.
The real Linda. Neil Perkins enjoyed that as well. Are you double jointed pen? Tomorrow. Hi! Joining you for a cheers from Bordeaux with a glass of Bordeaux Blanc. Good evening to you tomorrow. Great. From another great wine producing country, France, also known for producing wine. Not as good as Portuguese wine, but we're glad of your company. Victoria.
Well, next week, the wine we're having next week is described and categorized as a Bordeaux in its kind of flavor. Now, I'm not a great French wine fan, so I've took a big risk on this one, but it's got a lot of write-ups. So let's go for it and let's change my mind. You know what Portugal's like? You don't have any fixed ideas because it gets knocked down. So let's try it. Let's go for it.
And that is the postscriptum, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And that we've had a bit of fun with that. The perineum, the moist scrotum, but it's actually the postscriptum.
I can't use this one as an example for them next week, can I?
but
I can't. I just can't.
Obviously, Frank. Have you got yours yet?
Yes, I got the one pre-scrotum.
Well, that's what I want you to do. I was hoping I was hoping we're going to dare you to go to Continent and ask for the moist scrotum that you'd heard on the Good Morning Portugal. But anyway, too late. So we've got that. I've got it as well. So we're standing in good stead for next week, as long as it doesn't get.
It's got a lot of good reviews. It comes in pretty good on the review. So I'm hoping that it will change my mind about French style wines. But I'm open to ideas.
And it's a Douro from the Symington dynasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Vigna Bird from the north is served chilled. Yeah. The red fizz. Yeah, red fizz is okay and it's very acceptable. You wouldn't want to drink warm red fizz. That's not good.
Oh no.
Similar capital offence, I think. Carl, the doc seems more lively when Leona is present. It's true, isn't it?
What can I say? She brings the sparkle to my eye.
Oh,
we love her. We love to have her here.
Yeah, we do, Leona. It's always much. No offence, doc, but it is better when you're with him. And he's probably he's on edge constantly in case you nudge him. I suspect.
On demand,
Okay. All right. Fabulous.
I want to know. I'm just looking at the picture of Doc and Leona. I want to know where her arm is now. Where's that going?
No, you don't. You don't.
Well, say it. Got look here, or something like that.
Bless
All
him.
right. Oh, bless him. I think that is from that. Well, that's probably for you, Doc. Plenty of suggestive giggles throughout. It's what happens. Fizz doing the biz, bubbles causing the troubles as usual. And from Ubi, Scrotus, the Supreme Court of the US. Is that right?
Oh my!
It is. I mean, that's what a place to deal out justice. Straight from the Scrotus. French wines are great depending on the region, so we really can't generalize like everything.
In the Scrotus.
That's very Tamara. If whilst we can still manage to pull a serious comment from this rapidly degenerating group of people, That's a really nice way of putting it. Actually, thank you for
Yeah.
that. We're also cheerful. That is
Thanks, Mara.
true. And point made and received here about generalizations for sure. Okay, folks, we're way after our allotted time, and yes, there are things there are bottles to be finished if they haven't been finished already. There are conversations to be had in the lock-in. So we will hopefully see you. This
Excellent.
that was good. We hope you will join us on Saturday night. It's not the massive national gathering and drinking of wine that I had hoped for, but there'll be a few of us here drinking for freedom, respect, and health on May Day, 1st of May on Saturday night, where we're going to buy some Portuguese wine from a local producer and a local shop and get things back into the swing of things as I think we enter into the final stage of deconfinement. So looking forward to that and hope that goes all according to plan. State of emergency has been lifted. We're back to the new normal of a state of calamity, which you could say was the old normal, really. You know, the world was in a state of calamity, wasn't it, before we went into this? Let's face it.
It was.
Stay forever young. Stay forever young, says Ubi. And can I say, Frank is on his good behaviour. Yeah, what's happening there, Frank?
We're quiet tonight. We're quiet.
I knew today is going to be fizz night, so I'll just let you do the magic today, Carl.
Yes, you like to drinking fizz, don't you? And this is a great parting thought. So we can all say cheers. So cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Ciao, ciao. Thanks, everybody, and bye for now.